I'm Andy Santoro, and today I'm sitting with Morgan Hill, who is CEO of Hill & Hill Financial. Thanks for joining me today, Mr. Hill.
Always a pleasure, always a pleasure.
So today we're talking about taxes and charitable distributions.
Yeah, sorry to have to talk about taxes, folks, but gosh, they seem to, it used to be just April 15th, now it seems to be all throughout the year. Well, one of the things that has happened that's actually a good thing is there was something called the Secure Act in 2020. Setting every community up for retirement enhancement. This kind of sounds pretty benign. But one of the things that came out that wasn't new, but it got better press, it got better PR, was something called a qualified charitable distribution. There are a lot of folks, and you may be watching, that you go, you know what, I've waited forever and I had this IRA or this 401k. Now I'm in an age where they make me take money. And you know what, Morgan, I don't really need it. And so what you can do is you can actually donate directly from your IRA to a qualified 501c3 charity. And although when you donate, you don't get the write-off for doing it, you also don't have to take the 1099 as income. And there are a lot of folks that are charitably minded, and you may be one watching at home that says, you know, I'd like to give to my church or my synagogue or a community organization. So if I normally gave $1, can I just give $1 from my IRA accounts? And these have become very, very popular, and it went, in our firm, it went from no one knew about it to all of a sudden in 2020, and beyond, everyone knew about it. And we think it can, for those who like to give, it's a great opportunity to do it and have a tax break, not having to receive that as ordinary income. It can really be beneficial. I do recommend, although I have education in the area of tax, I do recommend talking with some really good qualified tax professionals, CPAs, enrolled IRS agents, those kinds of folks that would really know the ins and outs. But we certainly help a lot of our clients around the country give and have a tax benefit to boot.
That's a creative way to donate. Are you seeing an increase in nonprofits
Huge.
asking this way to donate?
Yeah, it's all of a sudden, it was dormant for years. We had people that were doing it, it just didn't get a lot of press, and all of a sudden people go, oh, I was watching the news and they told me about this. So we have lots and lots of people, and we actually encourage, I'll do other videos or educational events, and I said, if you're charitably minded, this is a great way to give and not have to take that income and again, give to the organization that you really believe in. So we think qualified charitable distributions, QCD, not that that's clever, but QCDs can really be a part of someone's overall planning. That's we think it's important.
Are you seeing a lot of that? Hamilton County is known for being generous. We have a large amount of nonprofits per capita. Are you?
Yeah, we have offices here, and my wife and I, who's the CFO of the company, Holly. We have other members of the firm, but we're both of the owners. We live in Hamilton County, but we also live in Georgia, and we also have clients around the country. So we've been seeing this not only locally, but we've also been seeing it nationally, that people go, I maybe was asleep during that part of class. I can now do this. And I said, I think the word got out, and I think it's actually terrific because it's not only good for giving, but Andy, when some of the tax laws changed a few years ago, the standard deduction started to get so technical that the standard deduction kind of took away some of the benefits of itemization. So for folks who still want to be charitable, and maybe they did get the big itemization break, this is a good way to do it.
What kind of tax increases are you seeing on retirees?
One of the biggest is simply dealing with, they're taking in money, especially with IRAs. I'm a believer in saving for the future, let me be very clear. But a lot of folks go, I'm doing better in retirement, and now they're making me take this money. So I guess it's a good problem to have. They go, I have more money than I need, and that sometimes is moving them into brackets that they may not like. So that's why we encourage people, do look at some of these strategies to make sure you don't get bumped up into a higher bracket.
An interesting problem to have. So thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
And how can we find you?
You can always reach us. One of the easiest ways is our 1-800 number, and that's 800-887-9647, and you can call and request a no-obligation consultation to kind of look at your situation, and we'd be honored if we could help.
Thank you, Mr. Hill.
Yeah, thank you, Andy.